Now at 5, the first soaker of the season moving in on the Bay Area just in time to make a mess of the holiday getaway while a blizzard snarls travel in the Sierra. Right now on KPIX 5 and streaming on CBSN Bay Area, the main front of the storm pushing through over the next several hours. Good evening, I'm Veronica Dela Cruz.
I'm Alan Martin. High-def Doppler showing widespread scattered showers over the entire Bay Area. Our Salesforce tower camera caught the first part of the storm rolling in over San Francisco this afternoon. Got a live look at downtown Walnut Creek. People have been dodging raindrops since early afternoon. Got the umbrellas out. Certainly the wipers are on as the Bay Area braces for its first soaking storm of the season.
We have team coverage on the storm and the traffic impact. Let's begin with meteorologist Darren Peck tracking high-def Doppler for us. Darren?
Veronica, do you remember how we kept saying right around 5 o'clock we'd see a very well-organized band of rain begin in the North Bay and then from there work its way across the whole Bay Area? Well, here we are. It's 5 o'clock. Look at high-def Doppler, and you're going to see a clear band there of yellows and oranges lined up directly across the North Bay. In fact, I want to come in for a close-up look at that because Santa Rosa, this is you, and it's coming just in time for the evening commute. In fact, let's come in for a little bit closer look at Highway 101 here going right through the heart of downtown. When you see oranges like that, at times that can be experienced like brief downpours of rain, and that is an organized line that's not just going through Santa Rosa. It holds together all the way out through Bodega and out through Point Reyes. Now, if we come back out for the wide view and switch from live high-def Doppler, remember that line's going to march across the bay, so we're going to put it in the Futurecast, and we're going to play it forward. Watch what happens by the time we've gotten to 6 o'clock. Now that same line is lined up right through the center of the bay. That means San Francisco, Berkeley, and working its way up through the Carquinez Strait. Then it continues south from there, and by the time we've gotten to 8 o'clock tonight, it's down in the South Bay. San Jose, Fremont, Palo Alto, that will be your time. I know you guys have already gotten rain, but the main event has just developed over the North Bay, and it's going to march its way across the rest of the Bay Area over the next 4 hours. We'll be on live tracking it with you in detail as it does that. I'll be back with more on this in a few minutes. Back over to you guys.
Darren, we'll see you then. KPIX 5's Andria Borba live at the Caldecott Tunnel where drivers seeing the first wet pavement in a long time. Andria?
Well, Alan, take a look behind me. Traffic is stacking up already through this part of Highway 24 through the Caldecott Tunnel. Just above that road, of course, some very dry hills that are finally, just in the past hour or so, finally starting to see some raindrops fall and hopefully ending wildfire season. Rain and windshield wipers working on Highway 24 means there's no need to wait until after Turkey Day for sales to start ringing up at Contra Costa Auto Parts in Walnut Creek.
I don't know why they do this, make one blade longer and one blade shorter.
The first rain of the season means
that's our Black Friday.
As windshield wipers and snow chains are flying off the shelves. How many wiper blades you sold already today?
I would say probably 30 or 40 sets, easily, and it's early.
Paul and his crew even help install them for drivers.
Because it's going to rain, and it's the first rain, and I haven't changed them in probably 2 years, so it's time to go, and I'm doing a road trip.
And you know how it never starts raining until you actually wash your car? Well, thank these folks at Autopia in Walnut Creek for sacrificing their freshly washed cars to the storm gods.
It's about time. I mean, we've been waiting for it. It's been pretty dry.
In the La Miranda area, surrounded by bone-dry hills and the epicenter of 3 PG&E public safety power shutoffs, folks could not be happier about the fire danger finally going down and the lights staying on.
We're not very happy with it. I don't think anybody's happy with these power shutoffs.
Now we're live out here next to the Caldecott Tunnel as that holiday traffic starts funneling out of the tunnel. The rain began in earnest here about an hour or so ago. The wind, I can tell you, has been highly unpleasant, very cold, very swift, coming across the mountains here into Contra Costa County. Reporting live, Andria Borba, KPIX 5.
A live look right now at the rain in Sonoma County. This is the traffic heading north on 101 away from Santa Rosa. A light rain has been coming down for a couple of hours now, and as you can see, the traffic is heavy. It's moving slow. People in one of the burn areas from the Kincaid fire watching the weather closely. The town of Windsor has been clearing storm drains, checking waterways to make sure water does not back up into low-lying areas.
being the first rain of the season, is going to mostly, we expect, to absorb into the soils and not to see a lot of increase in the in the creek flow.
Farther north in Healdsburg, a flash flood watch is in effect until 10 o'clock tonight, and all eyes will be on Foss Creek, which runs underneath a busy intersection on its way to the Russian River. That area is expected to see 3 inches of rain.
The storm creating treacherous conditions for drivers in the Sierra. Interstate 80 closed both directions due to multiple spinouts. Eastbound traffic also being held, we're told, at Alta. CHP reporting more than 25 traffic accidents along I-80 since noon. Chain controls in effect for both I-80 and Highway 50. Snow sticking to roads above 2,500 feet. We have a live report on conditions there coming up in just minutes.
I'm Gianna, Franco in the KPIX Traffic Center. If you plan on hitting the roadways at all this evening, we've got that wet weather, plus a lot of folks on the road anyway for the holiday traffic. It is a busy one, especially northbound commute coming out of San Francisco into Marin. Here's a live look at the Golden Gate Bridge. You can see traffic is just crawling along through this area. It stays slow from this point at least to the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge. It is just bumper to bumper, pretty much that whole stretch of traffic as you work your way through Marin County. Pretty much a lot of red here on our sensors, which means as you look at our maps, we're seeing speeds dipping under 25 miles per hour. We're going to zoom here and just kind of show you that line of red there through Marin. You can see traffic is very slow through there. Jumping across the bay, if you plan on taking the Bay Bridge this afternoon, there's a crash on the eastbound side, which is actually the commute direction. So a lot of folks are going to use that Bay Bridge eastbound, getting over to 80. That's going to be a big problem right now. That crash is near Treasure Island. It's got traffic backed up along onto the Central Freeway, onto 101, and coming off of that 280 split. So definitely busy coming out of San Francisco. The East Shore Freeway 80 also seeing stop and go conditions. About an hour is the drive time from the maze over towards Hercules. And a look here at northbound 680, definitely a crawl both directions through Sunol, as well as that southbound side out of Fremont. You're going to see a lot of brake lights through there. Most of your getaway areas, 101 headed through Morgan Hill into Gilroy. You're going to see brake lights at eastbound 580 through the Livermore Valley. So definitely, if you plan on hitting the roadways for holiday traffic or trying to avoid some of this, you're going to give yourself a few extra minutes.
All right, Gianna, thank you. We'll continue to monitor the storm. Check in with Darren in 10 minutes. And remember, you can always find updated forecasts by watching CBSN Bay Area.